Hey, yo, Neil. Hey, what's up? I got you. Got you. Yeah. R&B Grammy. Free my brother. It's free to his backers. Look.
All right, welcome to the Underground. Welcome to the One Mic here on Real Sports Guys platform, RSG. Please go to realsportsguys.com to catch all of our content or Real Sports Guys on all social media platforms. Like us, whatever you can do to support us. We are the Underground. It's official. We out the building. Let's get started. We're gonna jump into it. Let me bring my co-host into the building. What's up, my man Hamp? You out there at Camp Randall selling them burgers and them brats
Yeah,
in this new role.
yeah.
How's it going, man? You
It
probably
was
have more
great, man.
action than they had on the field in the
Wish
office.
it was as good as a game, but it wasn't. Obviously, game was pitiful, man. So no, it was great. Proceeds go to One City Schools. Started my new gig on Monday. Vice President of Government Relations and Policy. Very happy about that. And yeah, but it was so sad to see the Badgers. Never seen an offense so inept and just a poor game plan to boot. And like we were talking about earlier, just no innovation, no explosion, just nothing in the offense. It was abysmal. It was the worst display of offense I've seen in my time I watched Badger football, and that's not a light statement. That's real. I mean,
Yeah, it was. I mean, they booed. The
yeah,
fans are booing them as they're leaving. Go
they
off
should
at
be.
halftime.
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
mean, they should be getting refunds back, man. I
yeah.
mean, I'm glad I didn't pay for that mess, but Mr. Longo, obviously, he's forgotten about offense since he's been here last year. So it's a sad thing. I've lost respect for Mr. Fickle, and yeah, I mean, we talked. I was listening to a lot of Badger shows, and the bottom line, they hyped it up too much and got a huge letdown. But you have to have realistic expectations sometimes, and right now they're obviously unrealistic because this team is not. I mean, this team is in trouble. Huh? Yeah, so it's just in trouble every way. So it's a sad thing, where I'm wishing for Jim Leonard to be back, but that's not happening. Yeah, so.
Well, that's what we said. This is a weekend. I felt like real G's need to step up, and we'll get to that. We'll talk about that when we get into it. We got Darnell. What's up, my man?
Nothing much. Just watching. I was watching this high school game. They got the high school tournament going on. We got Jason Richardson's son, Jason Richardson. He plays with the Boozer twins. They're on right now. He just committed to Michigan State, so they over there having a good time. But they're going up against Cooper Flag, one of the best players in the country. So it's a good one.
If not the best.
Okay, well, we'll be watching that one. We're gonna get into it. Well, we're gonna get into some some college football, because it felt like it was one of the weekends where G's need to step up. You had the marquee matchup with the Ducks against the Huskies. That one came down to a last second field goal that went wide, right. But one of the things in the game is that Coach Lanning was insistent on going on fourth down. This whole thing around analytics. I actually had a conversation with my pastor and deacon we had after church today and about it because my Deacon Garrett is a Ducks fan. Like he is in the chat groups and all that stuff. He coached football, so he's always a great guy to talk about. And he didn't have a problem with it. And I'm like, we can't let analytics run the game. Now I get a chance to watch all that game because I was doing the Badger stuff as well. I'm covering that game. But this idea that we have to always go for it on fourth down. There's a context to it, and I understood in that game. You had Michael Penix Jr. Doing his thing, and so sometimes it's just about staying on top of things. But these are two teams I got a feeling going to see each other again here real soon. But I don't know if either one of you had a chance to watch that game. I mean, it was
Only parts.
firepower. It wasn't what we
Only
saw in
parts.
Madison, huh?
No.
We say.
Oh,
I
go ahead,
watched
Darnell.
Go ahead, Darnell.
Yeah, go ahead,
I
Darnell.
don't think it was about analytics, to be honest with you. I watched the game and they kept talking about him having this preset mindset that, we're gonna be aggressive. No matter what, we're gonna be the aggressor, we're gonna punch them in the mouth. And that was I think they did that to a fault because at plenty of points in the game, it worked out for sure until the last drive. It was like, okay, we're ahead now. Let's punt it. Let's,
Yes.
what I'm saying. Let's you know make them drive the whole field. But then it's like we're gonna go for it again because you look at the situation. If they would have got the first down, the game was over because they wouldn't
Yeah.
have because Washington wouldn't have had any more timeouts. They could just bled the clock from there. It was 2 minutes left in the game. We get this first down at the end of the game. So that was the thought process behind that. He was like, we've been being aggressive the whole time, so why stop now? So I think that was more of his mindset instead of it really being an analytical um, perspective.
But I do think that comes into how they think about it. I think he's aggressive by nature, but I do think part of what that coverage is so many people have highlighted whatever that is, right? Um, and so that, I mean, that maybe that wasn't pushing him, but it sure blew back on him. I mean, got player makes a field goal. We're talking about something different. But both these teams are like teams I can still see in the mix going down the stretch. Bo Nix and Penix seem like they came as advertised. Where do you see these two teams, Hammer? Oregon. I mean, the Pac-12 was going away, but they are making noise with these two teams.
They're making noise, but obviously Mr. Lanning's uh, poor judgment yesterday makes me not think again that they're talented enough to be a top five team in the conversation. But he keeps on coaching the way he coached, and basically allowing systems to overcome common sense. Probably you want something in between, considering you don't want to be dogmatic in that way. But the bottom line is that I like Kalen DeBoer is one of the best coaches in the country. So I like Washington. I like Mr. Peck has really come back from adversity, from torn ACLs, and uh, we're having to leave Bloomington to go to Seattle and thrive there. It's a great story. And so the bottom line is that I like Washington
I,
there, but if you're a bad coach, I don't care how talented you are, you're gonna hurt yourself.
yeah, and Penix, man, he's got touch, man. That kid has got,
He does,
I
yeah.
mean, a sense for the
And
game.
throws at angles. Yeah, he throws at
Yeah,
angles.
I
I mean,
mean,
you can call, I want to insult Mr. Mahomes, but he's got the poor man's mentality, of very poor
mm,
Mahomes, as far as throwing at different angles and you know throwing very accurate that way and throwing a run. And I even saw a play in Indiana before he got hurt, and you saw flashes, but I didn't see this what he's doing. But it's a testament to the staff and his resilience as far as being able to come back from these injuries and still believe in himself, where other people would have again crumbled like Cookie, and he didn't. So he came back even stronger after two injuries. So man, credit. So he's a Heisman right now. I vote.
yeah, I
He's a
think,
Heisman all day.
yeah, I think a lot of the things that you're talking about in terms of, I think these are two teams. Again, they're gonna match up again. I got a feeling they're gonna see each other in that Pac-12 championship. It
Yeah,
feels
that
like.
Pac-12 championship. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they'll be here. But another team, and I'm probably gonna jump around the order since we're in the Pac-12. We had a lot of discussion, but USC goes in to fight them Irish, and Caleb throws 3 interceptions and doesn't look like Caleb Williams. But as I said, at some point when you carrying all that weight on your back, you're gonna break down one of these games. It's just like you can't hold it together
Mhm.
all the time, and you're not gonna make all the plays. He's always coming in knowing his defense can't do anything. But them Irish and Freeman did that thing down there. Darnell? What did it mean for the Irish, and then what does it mean for Caleb Williams? Since you comparing him to Kyler right now?
You said, what does that game mean for the Irish?
Yeah,
It was a game that they needed.
yeah,
They're already a two-loss team. They're going to that rivalry game angry.
mm,
Coming to prove that we belong at the top. We belong at the top of college football, and they really showed. They showed and they imposed their style of football on USC.
mm,
And as far as the Caleb Williams thing, it doesn't change much for me. Like as far as what I saw of Caleb Williams because, to be honest with you, the ways that he was exploited in this game were things that I've seen in his game before, right? And that's why I've said in the past that everybody's saying Caleb Williams, he's the next Patrick Mahomes. Is he a better prospect than Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow? I've seen a lot of those things around social media, ESPN, in all kinds of places. And what I've said was Caleb Williams reminds me a whole lot of Kyler Murray, just a little taller. But when I say that, I'm just saying the style of play, the way he extends, the way he extends plays, uses legs, and some of his deficiencies are a lot of same things that you see from Kyler Murray, as far as his height playing a factor in as far as him playing on time, right? He holds the ball a whole lot, a lot of the big plays we see on SportsCenter is him having 9, 10 seconds to throw the ball because he's running around evading defenders. And if you saw the Notre Dame game, they were really good at containing, making sure he doesn't leave. He wasn't able to leave the pocket by himself. You know what I'm saying? He was under a lot of duress, and he had to play with a internal clock that necessarily wasn't there. So when there was when he was seeing bodies within like 3 or 4 seconds into the play, he had to make a decision right then and right there, and you saw that wasn't the same Caleb Williams we've seen before because things are happening a lot faster, and I think we're going to see a little more of that when he goes to the next level on the NFL. I'm not saying that he's not a great player. He's very talented. He has great arm talent. He has good mobility. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm just saying that trading the farm away to get Caleb Williams, you might be, what I'm saying, you have to set your expectations a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You can't necessarily bring him into a situation where the cupboard is bare and expect him to automatically turn your team around. You're going to be disappointed. So that's really my perspective on that.
Yeah, when you were a text, you're like people comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, y'all need to stop comparing people to Patrick Mahomes. Just start with other people, right? It's like the Trevor Lawrence point. I could probably understand. I could see that a little bit. Trevor Lawrence didn't
That's
come
an
out the
insult
gate.
too.
He didn't come out the gate strong. He struggled. He was in
In
question.
college,
Yeah, he struggled because
Yeah.
he had Urban Meyer trying to be a pro coach.
What were you saying, Darnell?
I said it depends if we're talking about the NFL or college. Because you're talking about Trevor Lawrence in college, he won like the first 20-something games he played in college.
Yeah.
But
he's obviously been dynamic in college. Caleb has. And you don't know how much
his best play in college wasn't even a throw. His best play in college when he did that run, that 35-yard run. I was like, just in awe. Yeah, so yeah, he's not. Caleb's not Trevor Lawrence. I'm gonna say it right now. So, yeah.
Well, Trevor Lawrence got to figure out if he's Trevor Lawrence. He coming around right now a little bit, but
he's coming around now.
He gonna have to.
He got that overseas cooking apparently helped him, and then he got hurt today, unfortunately. But no, I still think he was slow this year, but he'll be good.
So Georgia kind of barely gets past Vandy. Georgia, every time I watch them, there's something about them I don't know what it is. I question. Like Bowers is the dude. That's like was the game before it. They like went to him like it felt like 6 times in a row. It was like it's like the other team was like should have known like that's where they're gonna go. But I look at them and I think they playing strong, but they look vulnerable. And maybe I'm just outlook. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it.
They show vulnerability.
They look vulnerable.
Bowers
what do you
out.
think, Hammer?
No, I think they're not the Georgia team of last year. They're very talented, but this is not the team of even 2 years ago. Because they still win the title, of course. The talent is amazing, but yeah, they looked like you said there was vulnerability show yesterday against Vanderbilt, which is a well-coached ball club, and when Bowers out, and just the talent this year is just not as good. I think they could still hold up to the CFP and everyone understand it, but they're not invincible like they were last year or 2 years ago. Their invincibility is over. That's about
I see some of that, but also I see they play a terrible schedule.
Yeah.
And a lot of things with a lot of the
Good
mystique
point.
about Georgia is they get up for these big games, right? They really like they thrive off motivation, and when they're playing at Vanderbilt and these lesser teams, they're just going into the game. They're prone to going through emotions. But
Not against G
you
Tech
saw when
though.
they played
They whoop on G Tech though.
well, you saw when they played Kentucky.
Yeah, yeah.
People were saying, you know what, Georgia didn't look too good last week. They might be on upset alert. And what happened? 41-3.
And they crushed them. Yeah.
So
And you got that other, and you
you
got the other
see a
coach
little
talking
bit of
about
that.
how well paid they are. Trying to give excuse of why he got whooped so badly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he got beat. He got whooped the next week, so we don't know much about Kentucky. Again, the SEC thing, man. Like if you ain't Georgia, Alabama, you Vanderbilt, Kentucky.
But Mark
I,
Stoops
I,
is
I want
good.
to hear y'all jumping around.
I'd say Mark Stoops has done a good job over
he's
the
a good
past
coach.
few years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I ain't scared of Kentucky.
No, ain't nobody
I ain't
scared.
scared of
No, but
them.
they're decent. Like
Yeah,
what is Kentucky? If we're gonna have this SEC conversation, what is Kentucky to the SEC? Like, are they the seventh best team, the eighth best
yeah,
team?
mediocre, man. Yeah,
Um,
around
um,
7, 8,
would you
mediocre.
put
Yeah.
Kentucky up against the seventh or eighth best team in the Big Ten?
Yeah, maybe.
I would.
Yeah,
So
Definitely.
you can't say, "Well, I'm not scared of
but
Kentucky."
no,
Well,
but
they're
what
the
I'm saying,
seventh best
what I'm
team.
saying
You're not
is,
supposed to be scared of Kentucky.
what I'm saying is, they talk like they would be the like third best team in the Big Ten. That's how they walk around.
Who, Kentucky?
Yeah,
Yes,
they've been
SEC
humble the
fans.
last couple of weeks though,
They
D
walk
Wells. I don't
around like
know.
that, man.
They walked around that way. I don't think they're
Yeah,
walking around like that way now, unless
yeah.
they're
They walk
delusional.
around that way. You and
They,
I agree on
they've
that, but they walk
been
around like
whooped.
they
They've been
think,
whooped the last
yeah.
2 weeks. So
Y-
either
y-
that's overconfidence
y-
or like I said, delusional, a delusion. I don't know. But they're a mediocre team. I mean, Stoops, if he had a choice at a bigger job, he's going to leave Lexington too. I mean, it's a good job, but it's not great. You want a great job, especially somebody in the Stoops family who, has been a brother of Bob Stoops and blah blah blah. So they've been embarrassed last couple of weeks, man.
We didn't have this on a rundown. Like, where are you putting Florida State right now with how they're playing?
I mean, they're up there, man.
They
But
look
I still
good.
think
I
they
mean,
look
I mean,
good.
it's
But
competition, but they feel like they're coming
yeah. I
back to
mean,
being Florida
it's
State.
like Darnell broke it down. It's about competition, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
about schedule. I don't see them with the ACC. I just don't see them in a position to winning a chip or even being, a legitimate Final Two team because the ACC just it lacks talent, and they're good, not great. Like I like to say. They behoove. I know there's rumors about them trying to get out of Dodge, out of the ACC, and yeah, I would do that. But I mean, the thing about it is that I just don't know how. I just don't see as far as them being able to deal with the SECs of the world because they don't have the strict schedule. They don't have the type of talent they're going after. That's going to prepare them
Did they just
to be.
who they whoop at the beginning of the year though? Or did they whoop
They
somebody?
whooped
Maybe on
LSU.
The LSU,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
beat them like
Who
a
we talking about?
throne. Yeah, but
Who we talking about?
we talking about Brian Kelly, man. Come on now, fake it as LSU. He ain't no
Boy, yeah, we'll make some excuses.
SEC coach.
SEC
Let's
teams,
keep it
boy, they
real.
can be.
He ain't no
We'll make
SEC
some.
coach.
We'll make
He
some
ain't no SEC
excuses
coach.
for them. At
You know,
Florida
SEC
State
coach.
beats them, and now it's like they whoop.
Ironically, he ought to give a good portion of his money under the table to Mel Tucker because they had the nerve to match that deal. So he better thank Mel Tucker, left and right for his deal.
Wow.
No, it's not true.
Darnell, is there somebody you feel like is after this weekend? Where are you putting your who are you putting your stock in? If you're taking like the top, teams, you know, because people have criticism of
Your
Michigan's record. Like
Wolverines. Your Wolverines. That's what I'm putting. Your
There is no
Wolverines.
dominant
Real
team,
talk.
but I say Michigan. Michigan, I
Definitely
think has to
Yeah.
be the. I think Michigan is the number one team right now. Penn State at this point. They haven't played Ohio State at this
You
point.
don't plan me on
You know what
whooping,
I'm
man.
saying?
I like Michigan right now. I like him.
Fly themselves.
No,
but I wouldn't say
they're in
they're
the top
far
4.
away down.
I mean,
I
lighting up the sport several
disagree.
times.
In a year like this year, I could even see Oregon winning this year. I can see Oregon going to the Pac-12.
They could if
and
Lang
then
was our coach again and stop being
going to the college
reckless.
football
You
playoff.
talking about aggressive? He's being reckless, man. It's different. between aggressiveness and recklessness. That was recklessness yesterday. I mean, that was just unacceptable of what happened yesterday. You don't go that many times. I don't care. I mean, I understand the rest talking about aggressiveness, yeah, but I mean, you have to have some common sense eventually. I mean, systems only go so far. Systems are to maximize, execution. And if you're not even using common sense, you're not maximizing the execution. I mean, that's counterproductive. That's counterintuitive. It just makes no sense. And so, like I said, I don't feel Oregon right now. I felt before the game, I thought they might win it, but not now.
And as we look at close on some things, and as we talk about real G's, this boy Wembanyama, boy, he
He
dunked
bad.
on uh
Yeah,
Thomas Bryant.
Mr. Thomas
Tom, and that's my
Bryant.
dog. But I didn't think he could get to the rim from there. He dunked on the
Your
look on
dog's a
that
Chihuahua
face.
now. He got whooped. Your dog's a Chihuahua now, Mr. Bryant. He is. You saw him. He looked apoplectic, man. He looked defeated, man. They should have just
But I mean,
gone, got him. I mean,
he dunked it from so far
Coach
away.
Spo should have just gone, get him, be like, and send him to the locker room. Nah, bro. I mean, he got just demoralized. But
the thing about it, I mean, this kid, I watched him the game before. What's the game before? Whatever. Come off a screen, knock down a three off a screen. Then he goes with the little dipsy doodle off the glass on the penetration. I mean, he blocking shots. I think he had
like we
three
said
blocks.
before,
I know
this
it's
guy's the
preseason,
best.
but he as my boy Prime would say, I'm about to get comfortable. He getting real comfortable.
Oh yeah,
he, he
no.
he get real comfortable right
No,
now. I mean,
Wembanyama is the best prospect since LeBron James. No question about that. I mean, again, you even say better because of the height and the handle. Now, will he be better than LeBron James? Probably not. No, that's just common. I mean, that's just law of averages. But if you look at skill set of this young man, and you also look at the maturity, the most thing I was impressed by not just the play, but the maturity in the post game conference. This brother sitting down, he looked like a 5-year, 6-year veteran.
Yeah,
the way he handles again, that's a European game because they coach those brothers.
They playing pro.
They playing pro early. They coach those brothers left. I knew too. Not to go off tangent, but I have to put it here. You gonna start laughing, but when he ran away from Britney Spears, I like that. You know he got common sense, and he's smart. And Darnell smiling because he know I'm telling the truth. He ran away from Britney. That's when you know he has some common sense. That's what I said to myself, this dude's gonna be a generational player because average knucklehead been like Britney Spears and pictures. He didn't even talk about it. He was like going back to his hotel. He was concentrating on his rest. And the brother's 19 years old. Look, I'm impressed with that brother. I'm impressed, man. Every part of his game. And the thing about it too, the resiliency, how he came back from his bad game. He didn't let that hurt him at all. The brother came back because he believes in himself. And he got the skill too, but because a lot of people have the skill, and Darnell, you all know, and D Wills, they don't have the self-confidence. And so this brother has everything where average people would crumble, but in all the stereotypes of European players being soft. No. This brother act like he's from South Central, straight up.
Darnell, your thoughts on this one? This kid is he letting it be known. I'm here.
Yeah, he's good. I wonder if they're gonna let him play the 65 games where they can
Yeah,
vote
that's the key. Yep.
Rookie of the
That's
year.
up to Pops, man. That's up to
He
Pops,
would be
man.
up there. Yeah.
It matters what's going to be. Pops is about winning, so it matters. The 65 games is going to be part of the schedule of winning, then it's going to be 65 games. If it's not, it's not. I mean, Pops will understand because
Darnell, I didn't put this up here, but on the flip side, what's going on with Zion, man? You've been tracking that?
No, I haven't really seen. I just saw Van Carroll was giving them buckets.
Yeah,
Paolo Van Carroll was giving them buckets, but Zion was giving it back to him on the other end. But yeah, it is preseason, so I don't know. I don't know what to look. I don't know what to say about it.
We can't. Yeah, people. It sounds like people whispering, and I'm thinking it's only preseason. Give him a chance. He's still here. He's still in
And
it.
we've seen some weird stuff this preseason. Like D'Angelo Russell has made this newfound commitment towards defense. He said he's
Yeah,
picking people up 94 feet. I'm like, this
yeah.
is D'Angelo Russell. What is going on?
Man,
you,
he knows Gabe Vincent gonna take his time, man.
Yeah,
No, that's one thing. I was
yeah,
talking to our brother Damon about Lakers. He liked the Lakers. I don't know. I think they're good. I don't think they're great, but yeah, we'll see, man.
yeah. We'll see. I'm not. I think they got all the right pieces. They got some real good dogs in there, and if they can get everybody to star in their role, I think they got some. It's still gonna come down to AD. Like
Yeah,
he can't be in these key series. He can't be up and down. He's got to be up
yeah.
here on a
And street
consistent.
clothes either.
He
And street
can't be
clothes
that. He can't
too.
be like Dow Jones.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
can't be Dow
precisely.
Jones. He can't be up and down in the stock market.
Yeah,
He can't be no penny stock.
or
He got to
out,
be.
or
He
out,
got.
or
He
out.
got to be something. Yeah. So it's still gonna come down to AD's gonna be key to get over the top. Like if
Yeah,
everybody else play and do what they play, starting their role, and he does it every night, then that'll give something. But there's so much happening in the West, man. It's going to be interesting to see how that all comes together. I can't believe it. The season's here already. It's
yeah,
like
it's
I
coming
put
up,
my head
man.
down and they're already
Yeah.
there, going. So I don't.
They teasing us with all this preseason stuff, man. I just is it me, but I really don't remember seeing this much preseason before.
I don't
I mean, it
remember
seems
paying
like
attention to it like I am. Yeah,
yeah, precisely. That's another thing too, because I just noticed it. I thought it was like a week or 2 weeks of preseason. It's been like 4 weeks, right? I mean, it's
yeah.
just like,
no, preseason
man,
started like
bro, we've
last
been
week.
going at home. We've been preseason since late September, bro.
I
Mm,
think preseason was last. It started last week.
2 weeks
yeah,
ago at least, bro. 2 weeks ago at least, man.
I haven't been able to pay that much attention to it.
Obviously, I'm exaggerating. I mean, I know,
Yeah,
but it feels like you said. Well, no, I am. I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't be authentic if I said that. I'm just saying that it seems longer than it normally has been, man. That's all I'm saying.
mm.
That could be the hype because all these
Yeah,
trades
I
and
think
Dame and things
players
like
need
that.
to
Yeah.
have a lot
But
to do
again,
with
we've had hype before, though. I mean, it's just
Mm.
the hype happened because we had two major trades, 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So yeah, it's just interesting. Yeah, so
Well, guys, we're seeing the G's rise up. We're gonna see what happens as this season progresses. Like we got some big football games coming up here in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna learn a lot about what's happening in college football. So we'll be paying attention to that. Basketball will be revving up as well. Both pro and college basketball we're going. We're getting stuff finalized. The details on the Maui Invitational. It's going to be in Oahu, and so we'll give you more details on what's going to happen with that as we start.
y'all going right?
Yep,
Mhm.
we'll be up in the building.
That's what's up.
We're
RT in
still
the
working.
building. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah, we'll get there. There's gonna be some great teams out there this
Off the
year.
mainland. That's what's up.
Yep, yep. So we're looking forward to that, and so we'll see you on the side. Before we drop it, we got to send some flowers on out to folks. And so, who wants to start? Who's got
I'll
something?
start. I'll
All
start.
right.
No, flowers out to Bruce Bochy. No doubt about
Mm,
that, man.
mm,
This is the guy you could probably say, if not one of the best manager in baseball. When he's come back with the Rangers,
mhm,
yeah, it's just impressive, man. Him and Dusty going at it's going to be something special
mm,
going on right now. So two of the best managers in the game. Brother Dusty finally got his ring, thank goodness.
mm,
And we seeing class acts and and best managing people who they're gonna be studying this game because these are two of the best. And so definitely with Mr. Bochy after a nice well-deserved retirement, coming back in the game and excelling. A lot of people come back in the game and get whooped.
mm,
My man coming back and excelling
mm,
at the new baseball and new baseball rules, and even when he won his championships without the DH, now he's progressing with DH. This is the man that a baseball savant. And so
mm.
my flowers go out to Bruce Bochy, who again has brought back excellence after a well-deserved rest, and we'll see. He might be another World Series #4, but with the Texas Rangers instead with the Giants.
Mm. Good one. Darnell, you got somebody?
Yep, Michael Penix Jr.
Okay, well,
That's a good
well,
one.
well, 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 well.
Well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
One of the most accurate passers in college football. He played through adversity, played through injuries, especially through his past, but also this week as well. He was hobbled through like the pretty much the whole fourth quarter, but he gutted his way to a victory, leading them to the game winning drive. So my hats off to Michael Penix Jr. Stepping his name in that Heisman race.
Wow, that's a good one. I'm gonna be personal with it. I've probably done this already, but I'm gonna do it again. Um, I'm gonna give it to my niece, Chanel Wilson, again, preseason swag, um, and she was gonna walk away. Like we have a lot of athletes who may walk away from the game and decided to come back and is really loving her experience. Send me a text with Dougie Fresh. She was at Hagen. They were at Bethune. Um, she's an artist as well, and Slick Rick was performing, but just like living her best life. I'm just happy when some of our student athletes and stuff can be in a real positive experience, and she's got us this preseason. She's about to get off on and get ready for her final college football basketball season. So excited! They're going to open up against UCF, I believe, and then they play Florida. She had 24 against Florida last year, so we'll see what happens this year. But it's a good start. So we're gonna keep giving these flowers out. I love the Penix stuff. I love the Bochy as well. Y'all keep following us, keep hearing. Y'all give flowers out to the folks as well, because we want to get some positivity in the world. We definitely need it. But until then, we'll see you next time. And as always, we'll see you on the other side.
Ready for the day the Lord called on me. Them all decisions, man, they all on me. I came this way from hey, yo, Neil. Hey, what's up? I got you. Got you. Yeah. R.I.P. Grammy. Free my brother.